Sometimes, what seems like a mistake on the surface hides a genius move underneath. Most fans only see stats and age, but football? Football is built on guts, timing, and bets that no one else dares to place. Let's be honest, when an NFL team gives millions to a player most say is past his prime, people talk loudly. There's the outrage, the eye rolls, and the classic "here we go again." But first, if you like to stay up to date on all things New York Yankees, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. But what if this controversial signing actually holds the key to something much bigger? A faster turnaround, a shot at glory, a veteran presence with fire still left in him? Because sometimes, success isn't about who's youngest, it's about who's craziest enough to believe. And the Commanders just proved they're not afraid to bet big when it matters most. But before we dive into who it is, and why this is shaking up the league, let's rewind a bit. When NFL insiders broke the news that Washington's front office handed out a one-year contract worth up to $10.5 million, jaws dropped, and not for the usual reasons. The base value sits at $6.1 million, but there's another $4.4 million in performance incentives just waiting to be unlocked. That's a big check for a short window. To outsiders, it felt like a leap. To those watching closely, it looked like a silent declaration: Washington isn't done swinging for the fences. The choice of player, however, was what really flipped the narrative. Von Miller. Yes, that Von Miller. The active NFL sack leader with 129.5 career sacks, 2 Super Bowl rings, and enough accolades to fill a museum wing. But he's also 36. And coming off a stretch where injuries began whispering doubt into his story. Still, Washington didn't hesitate. They saw value in what others might call decline. Because what Miller brings can't be measured in raw numbers anymore, it's in his locker room influence, his playoff DNA, and the ghosts of quarterbacks he's haunted for over a decade. But can he still produce in a league that moves faster every season? Let's talk defense. Last season, the Commanders racked up 43 total sacks. Not terrible, but far from elite. Dante Fowler led the pack with 10.5 sacks, followed by Frankie Louvu at 8. Solid effort, but with a defensive-minded coach like Dan Quinn at the helm, you can bet mediocrity isn't tolerated.